Hello, hello, howdy ho, everybody. I hope everybody's having a nice Tuesday evening. I am. I just came from a nice brisk walk with my husband, up and down some really nice steep hills. It's always a good walk there because there are lots of hills here, and a lot of them are big. And so when we do those heels, it's always like, okay, let's make it, let's make it, let's make it. It's easier coming down, but it's always good going up and knowing that you can go up the hill. So we did that today. Feeling really good after that. Little jelly legged, but that's okay. I'm just sort of getting back into exercising again after taking time off and stuff. It's hard to do during the winter time because it's so cold and rainy. It gets dark here so early. But hopefully, as this time goes on, I'll be able to, when the winter time hits again, I'll be a member of, YMCA or something, and I can continue and not kind of stop the exercise thing and stuff and continue it because I can be unmotivated really easily when it comes to exercise. And so today I'm going to talk about something, and I kind of can put the exercise part in it too. I want to talk about living a lie and people's sort of thing about living a lie and how come it's so bad for you. I try to be very open and honest and transparent as I can be here and stuff. I don't give many people too many gory details of my life. I don't tell too much of my business. There are still things that I think are my business and private for me. It's no need for you to know about those things, but I do give some examples. And I do sometimes when I talk about things, tell you those are things that I've experienced, and stuff. Part of my blog is when I talk about stuff is because, most of the time I've lived it. So I know what I'm talking about, and I have some experience with it and stuff, which means something personally to me. It doesn't really mean anything to everybody, but to me, knowing people have lived some things that they talk about makes them more genuine to me, and stuff, and at least believable, that they know what they're talking about and stuff most of the time. But I'm going to talk about living alive, and particularly because the internet is such an easy place to live a lie. This is one of the easiest places in the world, and many people do it. They have whole shows on people living lives, catfishing and all sorts of stuff, and all sorts of different, specials and everything about people living lives because so many people do it and it's so common now. And you don't know a lot of times who people are and what they look like. And people always wonder about my Facebook. Well, on my Facebook page, I don't have a lot of friends and stuff. But there are certain people that I won't talk to or become Facebook friends with. I'm very private about that Facebook thing because I think sometimes people come on there and they just want to sort of be nosy and stuff. They just want to see what you're doing and they don't really want to kind of socialize and stuff. And hey, this is social media. It's for being social. If you're not social, we won't be no Facebook friends and stuff. But I don't really socialize with people that don't have pictures and stuff. I don't care. You don't have to have 10 million pictures. But I need to know who I'm talking to. I need to know what they look like. I need to know that they have a life and they're just not some, person living in a bat cave or something like that. It's important to me and stuff. And I don't socialize with people who kind of continuously sort of just brag and brag and brag and brag and brag and brag about everything they've done and what they do. And it's great for you to share stories with me and share your life with me. But at some point, it becomes sort of overkill and stuff. It's like it's too much. It's just too much. It's just like, it's like I know too much. I don't want to know all this. Or it's something about it doesn't seem very genuine and stuff. I don't need to know all your business, and I don't need to know all your pain and sorrow. That's not going to make me closer to you. But there's just some stuff that's like, okay, really, yeah, you've done too much, and it starts to feel fake and fraudulent and stuff, especially if what you're saying and stuff doesn't sort of match up with some other stuff like what you're doing, or stuff like that. There's always stuff you can tell if you're really perceptive about people, that something is off about them, that something that they're saying, because as much as people think they can fake and be somebody else, you really can't. As much as you think you can lie that well, you really don't lie that well. Most perceptive people can tell after a little while, some after a short time, that something is off. It's not quite right and stuff. You don't really know what it is, but you know that stuff is not matching up. People are saying things that are giving little hints out about themselves and stuff. And like I say, I don't need to know all of your dysfunction, because I don't want to talk to people like that on Facebook either. I don't want to talk about people and everything is drama. Every day is, the drama holiday and stuff. That's too much too and stuff. But I don't want to be people to be fake and not genuine with me. I don't need to know all your business, but I need to know whatever it is and whoever you are, that you're being genuinely yourself, who you are, your authentic self. And because the internet is such an easy place to sort of lie about who you are and what you do, I know people do it all the time. One of the things about me doing the vlog and you seeing me is because you see the real me. If you were to come to Seattle and we were to meet for lunch, this would be the person that you would see. This would be the real me. I talk like this, maybe I'd have a little bit of a country accent. I do what I do when you see me on this blog. It wouldn't be different, and stuff. You wouldn't come here and you'd meet somebody completely different. I drink a beer. I'd eat probably fatty food and all that stuff, because that's who I am. That's what I do. I like hamburgers. I like bacon cheeseburgers, and I'd probably eat one in front of you and stuff. I look the way I look because I don't pretend. I look a different way and stuff, and I don't, do all this stuff and then come and you see something else and stuff. It's a reason I don't talk about food and eating and dieting and all that sort of stuff, because that's not really my thing. I'm not really that good at it and stuff. I try to eat a balanced diet, but, every day is not a good day for that and stuff. But, I'm a person that enjoys food. I don't go overboard and stuff, but I enjoy food and I enjoy eating, and I like beer. Okay, and stuff. So, I'm probably never going to be super skinny, with a six pack for a stomach, but that's okay. I will go out eating a really good meal and feeling really good about it. But the thing about living a lie is, particularly living a lie online or anywhere in your life, is you're going to get caught. And I know people think they can live a lie forever. You can't, or you can pretend to be somebody else for a really long time. Nobody can. Everybody at some point has to let the real them out and stuff. And so if you're trying to cover up all the bad stuff or pretend like there aren't things about you that are bad, and stuff, or maybe there are things about you that are painful and stuff, as all human beings have something that they may not be that proud of. They may have painful past or pain right now and stuff. You can't do it. The only person that could go long periods of time and pretend to be somebody else are psychopaths. And even psychopaths have to break at some point. They have to break. You have to have a moment where you are who it is that you really are, and stuff. You can't go on this sort of, long journey of being a pretend person. You can't pretend. You can't pretend for long periods of time and stuff. And And so, and I see people do it all the time. I see people do it via uh, uh, blogs and via Facebook pages and Tumblrs and whatever and stuff, Twitter accounts and all sorts of stuff. You see people doing the pretend thing and stuff, and it's sad. And here lately, I've just been seeing again and again talking about being authentic, not living a lie, how painful it is to live a lie. And there was a prayer tonight on one of my Facebook pages that I like, talking about people being who it is that who they're supposed to be and not being ashamed of that, and and people living lives that they really aren't, pretending to live lives that they really aren't living. It is so difficult, and I don't even know how people do it. That's why I don't do it, because it is a all day, all night job pretending to be somebody that you aren't. It is hard work to be inauthentic. It is so much easier for me to just be myself and be who I am, and stuff, than for me to sit here and to lie to you and to make a blog every couple of days with what I'm pretending and trying to present to people and stuff, so people don't really know who I am, or that I'm a, hey, I'm a faulty person and that I do faulty stuff, and I've made a lot of mistakes in my past, and I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in my future and stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that I've learned, and there's a lot of stuff that I have to learn and stuff. That's just who it is. That's just the human condition and stuff, and I have a lot of happiness, and I have a lot of struggle, and, I have a lot of joy, and I have some sorrow and stuff, and there are parts of that that I share and talk about with you all. Like I say, you probably won't see me coming in here breaking down on this blog, and stuff, but there are parts of that that I share, and the lessons that I've learned, and sometimes I have stuff that happen to me and I don't learn nothing. And I have to go through that thing over again until I learn something from it, and stuff. But I'm not going to be in here trying to live a lie and stuff, And if you feel like you're somewhere, or you're trying to live a lie, or someone is, and I just personally, no one could tell me or give me advice if I thought that they were living an inauthentic life. No one could tell me anything. If I thought you were lying about it and lying about who you are, you couldn't tell me that the sky was that it was night outside and it was midnight. You couldn't tell me that. You couldn't tell me anything. Because the thing is about living a lie is somebody's going to figure the lie out. And it's not always going to be somebody that may wish the best for you, And once that person figures the lie out, what will happen is they're going to expose you and expose the lie and stuff. Now, it may be the best thing for that person, for somebody to finally expose a lie, and they can be who they are, or stop living the lie. Now, we all know the tragedy of Lance Armstrong, of a man living a lie for many, many years and stuff, in the public eye, writing books and having a foundation, and how many people it devastated when he lived that lie. Not only him, it devastated his family. It devastated those that he called himself helping and stuff. It devastated many people when they figured it out. And he's still trying to come back from that lie. Well, he may not ever come back from that. But the point is, the hope is that he can now be who it is that he actually is. I can relax. I can sit here and I can relax in who I am, because I'm not living inauthentic. I can be who it is that I am. You know, through your 20s, you're trying to find yourself and you're trying to figure it out who you are and stuff. And by the time you make it to your 30, you're figuring it out, but maybe you're a little still nervous about being that in front of people that you know. You don't want to be judged and all stuff. By the time you're 40, you just don't give a damn. I don't care what people think about who I am and what I am and how I live and whatever. It's just kind of not my business, you know, and stuff. By the time I made it here, I've worked really hard and I've got some years to go, but I've worked really hard, you know, and stuff. And I'm not going to really worry about whether or not everybody else is okay with who I am. You know, you don't particularly have to be okay with it. Only I have to live this life. Only I have to live in this skin. Only I have to be this person, you know, and stuff. Nobody else has to do it, you know, and stuff. So I'm not really a person that's like, well, you know, I'm trying to put on costuming when I go outside so everybody thinks that I'm, you know, super housewife, you know, and all that stuff. I'm not that person, you know, and stuff. You may find me in many different things when it comes to me and dressing, okay, and stuff. So the pictures you saw the other day of me at the Tulip Festival, I was in jeans and a sweatshirt. And some, you didn't see my rain boots, but I was in rain boots because there was money out there. One day I may be dressed up. One day I may not be dressed up. Today I'm still got on my exercise clothes, the clothes I went walking in and stuff. You know, tomorrow it just may jeans and a sweater. It may be a whole lot of things and stuff. But whatever it is, this is me, you know, and I want you to know that if you came here and you met me, or I was in your town and you met me, this would be me and stuff, you know. You wouldn't get to meet some other person, you know. This is Eugenia, and this is the person that everybody knows, and they know me as a bunch of different people. I have a lot of different names and stuff. I am, you know, to my family, I am Punkin, you know, and stuff, and that is just for family members. I have to kill you if you're like a stranger and call me that. But you know, and to my husband, I'm Jeannie and stuff. And to some other friends, I'm Jeannie. And to my mom, I'm Eugenia, you know, and stuff. And my best friend, I'm Eugenia. I'm those people to them, but they love me just the way I am. And really, them loving me for who I am makes it really easy to be myself. That is one thing about living a lie and people who live lies. It's because people who are close to them don't love them for who they are. And so they have to be somebody else. And so there's somebody else for everybody. They're whoever people need them to be and stuff. But because my family loves me for who I am, you know, I can be this person. And my blog, I did a vlog I did a long time, a while back, about me being the crazy black lady and stuff, you know. Yeah, sometimes I'm the crazy black lady. You know, you hurt somebody that I love and I will be the crazy black lady. Okay, for real though. And stuff. So, but that's still me, and people still love me despite me doing that sometimes. I'm not always a good person, you know. I'm not a bad person, but I'm not always a good person. And I'll always make the right decisions, and I'll always make the right choices and stuff, you know. And I don't always do the right thing and stuff, you know. But I'm just complex. And so when I hear stuff about people being this or being that, and people kind of putting these one labels on people that if you don't do this, you're that. You know, I hate those. I hate that sort of stuff because human beings are really complex. We're complex. And so I can't be just one thing. I am a lot of things at a lot of different times and stuff, you know, and that's the complexity of being human. Okay. It also makes you faulty. And the best advice I have for anybody that is living a lie, whether you're living a lie for parents or you're living a lie for a husband or wife, or you're living a lie trying to keep friends or whatever, you can't do that forever. That's not going to work out for you. Eventually, something's got to give. And you can't live that life forever. You cannot live as someone else for the rest of your life. And I know it's painful for you to do that. Okay. You know, it's much easier for me to be faulty than it is for me to try to be perfect, you know, and stuff and live a lie. It's much easier. This is much easier. I feel much better and much more secure in myself like this, being my authentic self, than I do about living a lie, you know, and stuff. And my thought for you is to figure out why you're living the lie you're living. If you're living it online, if you're living it at work, if you're living it in real life, if you're living it with a husband, with friends, whatever, figure out why you're living that lie and stuff. And figure out how you can stop, you know, and stuff. You'll feel a lot better if you don't live the lie. You know, I don't have anybody to impress. That's just so awesome. I don't have anybody to impress. I don't have to impress anybody because everybody who knows me and loves me authentically as I love them, we're good and stuff. So I don't have anybody else to impress and stuff, you know. I certainly love talking to you guys, but if you're not impressed with me, it's okay. I'm okay with it. And you know, but I wish you all well. And the prayer that I had tonight on my Facebook, I'll be praying for all those who are living inauthentic lives and the pain and the hurt that comes with that. I am hoping that you find your way out of that because it is too painful to live for the rest of your life. So I will talk to you guys later. And prayers are with everybody. And I hope everybody is having a good day. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.